What's up, good people? Welcome to our mock draft madness. Garrett, Jamie, Craig, all here. We're all going to do our individual mocks, how we would do it individually. And then our very last mock is going to be a trade down situation. So we'll do 11 and 23. We'll get those picks, trade away 5, see where we go from there. First off, Casey wants to know how we're going to do the mocks. As you can see, we're doing it through PFF. So no, we're not using any simulate. We're not hand picking all of these. PFF's going to go through it, and we'll get different situations that way. Make sure you're liking the video, subscribing, because this Thursday we are going live for our mock draft shows. We are doing it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Some of us will be there all 3 days. Some of us not, but it'll be us 3, Garrett, Jamie, Craig. You'll also see Michael Peterson there. You'll see Matthew Stanley there. You'll see Daniel Stebbins there. So the regular cast and crew for these live draft shows will be live the whole entire time. Thank you for joining us now for this mock draft. We are locked in. Thank you so much. Jamie, Craig, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. How's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday looking for you guys? You guys gonna be able to make it, pop in a couple times?
I'm clear Thursday. I'll probably be there for the vast majority of Friday, and then I'll probably pop in and out on Saturday.
Okay.
Probably going to be similar for me.
Okay. I will be there Thursday, probably a little bit late. Friday, I will not be there. It's my best friend's bachelor party that I'm throwing, so I will not be there. And depending on how that night goes on Friday, we'll see when I come in on Saturday.
So you won't be there on Saturday?
No, you absolutely should be there on Saturday.
If I come in on Saturday with sunglasses on, don't ask any questions, all right? All right, cool. So we are going to do a mock draft. We're going to go all 7 rounds. We'll talk about each pick. We don't want to be here for 6 hours, so we're just going to go through, kind of the top 2 or 3 guys we're considering at each position when they come up. And then we'll kind of see how all 3 of these drafts land at the end. And that's it. That's really it. So I'll start. Craig will be second up. Jamie will be third up. Then the 3 of us will get together and do one simultaneously for the trade down scenario. So
question.
Yes.
How random do we want this to be?
Oh, I don't know. You want me to turn it less off?
What do you guys think? I mean, PFF can get a little crazy.
Can it?
Yes.
Okay. So you think we should go totally off?
I mean, it'll keep the early portion of the draft, I think, pretty chalk for the most part. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at some pretty, maybe just a little. Can you get?
Okay, so we can go here. This is the least amount, which was where it was at. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 1 out of 6 here. You want to go 0?
What do you think, Jamie?
Oh, you're muted. Jamie, you're muted.
Let's do 1 out of 6.
All right, let's keep it. Okay, let's go. Here we go. I'm up first. I know there's going to be lots. Also, we're not taking any trades. We're just going straight up. All right, start the draft. Here we go. So for me, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr. goes 4 to the Cardinals, which is how a lot of people think this will go. At least it seems like 2 and 3 seem to be switched on most mocks, that Daniels goes to Washington and May goes to the Patriots. But Marvin Harrison Jr. seems to be falling at 4 to the Cardinals, and they end up taking him. So for me, I mean, it's really a 2-horse race for me at 5. It's Malik Neighbors and it's Marvin Harrison Jr. Joe Alt, I am not considering. I do not feel like a offensive tackle, and he's not even my offensive tackle 1. Fuaga is, but I'm not considering any tackle at 5. It just feels too rich for me. It's too high for position that's pretty much already filled with Trey Pipkins. If you want to find one a little bit later, I'm there, but I'm not taking Alt. Roma Dunze is below Neighbors for me, and Brock Bowers is too rich. So this, I mean, even though it's the first pick, seems like it's the most no-brainer here. If for me, and I know you guys go the opposite way, but if Marvin Harrison Jr. is here, I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. If he's gone, I'm taking Neighbors. Vice versa. If Neighbors gone, I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. We've talked about it a little bit, but this is just easy. And I feel like it's probably going to be the same for you guys too.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, it's hard to argue with taking either Harrison or Neighbors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have our personal preferences,
Sure.
whoever we think the best guy is, but either one of them helps the Chargers tremendously. And it's hard to turn your nose up at either one of them with them sitting on the board at 5. They're the top rated players on all of our boards, I think, right? 1 and 2.
Yep. They sure are.
Yeah, you won't get any fight from me on that one. Either's fine. I mean, Jamie mentioned it. Having preference is one thing, but I don't think you could go wrong with either guy. It just depends on what your particular flavor is.
Yeah, I think we each have them separated by like a point too. And it really just feels like a 1A, 1B type situation.
Yep.
Because I wouldn't feel any less happy about getting Neighbors over Harrison. Also, just a little plug, what we're talking about. We put together a draft guide. If you're part of the Patreon, and in that Discord, go get it because it's over there. And anybody part of the top tiers are getting positional rankings as well. So, all right, moving on here. For me, in the second round, getting a second wide receiver, unless like one of the, I don't even know if there is one really that falls here because Neighbors is going to be gone, Harrison's going to be gone, that Odunze is going to be gone, Brian Thomas Jr. You probably wouldn't consider. It's just. It feels too rich, especially with this group right now, to take a wide receiver. Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Roman Wilson. No, thank you at 2. Peyton Wilson is not my linebacker 1, but I will not be taking him. Tyler Nubin, love him. I am not scared by the 40 time or his athletic score. He's a good player. So for me, Zach Frazier is very tempting. And then it feels like corner is the sweet spot for me. In the second round, I love Lassiter, and I know he's 4th on this list. Enos Rakestraw Jr. I like, but he ran the combine like a tight end. He tested like a tight end, so I'm not quite sure I'm sold on him. TJ Tampa I like in the 3rd round. So while I like Zach Frazier, I think there's some depth at the interior guys a little bit later that I like, but it feels like if you don't grab one of these top guys in how do you pronounce his name? Is it Sandstrill?
Sandrill.
Sanistrill?
Sandrill.
Okay. I'm calling him Mike S. It's between Mikey and it's between Lassiter. And for me, Mikey is the best nickel corner in this class. Kamari Lassiter is more of a versatile piece in my mind. He is more well-rounded. He can play outside, inside, and also a couple different DB spots. So for me, I'm taking Lassiter here. I don't want to be pigeonholed for just a nickel corner, which they need, but I think Lassiter can play inside, outside, and even if you need some extra DBs on the field in nickel and dime, this is your man. So I am not concerned about his testing. He is my second round pick. He's the guy I'm going with. Andrew Phillips would have been a guy here I would have got in the 3rd round. I like him though. But for me, I mean, I feel like he is way up there in terms of the rankings for these corners, and he's just not getting enough love. I think it's probably because he didn't test as well as some might have hoped, and I know that might scare guys like Craig away. Right, Craig?
I mean, testing isn't everything. It's really about game speed on tape, but a 4.6 doesn't feel great, but the tape shows a lot more on field speed, so I could be convinced.
Yeah, this is a scheme versatile pick here with Lassiter, where Mikey just feels like a pigeonholed nickel corner.
I mean, Lassiter is kind of that CB2, possibly low end CB1 upside kind of pick, where he's physical, he can tackle, he's got ball skills, he always seems to be in the right place. That'd be a hard guy to pass on in round 2 if he's there. You think there's a chance that he might even go in the 1st round.
All right. So yes. Yeah. He's been sneaking into the end of 1st round in some mocks. So let's look at, I know this is a pretty good spot let's look at interior defensive offensive line. Ooh, I like Cooper, baby. Darn it. Okay. I like Cooper a lot. I know interior defensive line is a good spot here. I like Michael Hall Jr. a little bit more than you guys, but I'm targeting. It feels like I'm targeting interior defensive line a round or two later than the third. Let's see. Linebacker is going to be a huge need. So Colson's okay here. I don't love it. I like Pammy a lot.
Tight end.
Whew. Okay. Yep. I'll get there. Tackles. Blake Fisher's interesting. The three of these four guys are going to be guards, most likely. Blake Fisher, more of a right tackle, which would make some sense. Tight ends here. Ooh. Okay. We're 4 deep here. I'm attacking this in round 4. There's a lot of names here I still like. Okay. Eric All's my guy, but I'm gonna stay away from there. And then running back, because I know some are gonna want it. Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, Bucky Irving. I'll name off the names for everybody listening because it'll be a little bit later. Okay, so Jalen Wright feels like the best fit at running back, but after signing J.K. Dobbins, I'm waiting on running back. What I'm gonna do, and this is a little bit unconventional for me, is I'm gonna go tackle. And I'm going to end up taking Blake Fisher here. And I'm taking Blake Fisher. He was a 2-year starter at Notre Dame at right tackle is what the Chargers need. He was recruited as a left tackle, but Joe Alt was there. So he went over to right tackle. He just turned 21, really good length and power. He's got really good traits as a run blocker and pass blocking. He's going to need some work to kind of develop behind Trey Pipkins. So I feel like this is a good fit here because he can be a swing tackle in year 1. You can groom him, have some right tackle traits going forward. So I'm taking Blake Fisher here. The other 3 tackles there just feels more guard heavy, where this is where I want to be pigeonholed. Right tackle, possible swing tackle for the future. Okay. All right. Now let's look around here. Wide receiver. Ooh.
Oh.
This isn't your draft, Jamie.
and here's where it's really going to get you, because you can say, hey man, I'm going to wait and maybe Cowing will be there at 110 or Thrash will be there at 110, but there's still some picks between you. Do you reach up and grab it? But this is the spot where I normally go tight end. And Cade Stover, Ben Sinnott, Jared Wiley are really, really good options. And do you take the chance of maybe 3 of these 4 teams taking a tight end, or do you go with the wide receiver knowing that there's only 2? That's where it
I think you roll the dice. You go with the tight end and bet one of those Thrash or Cowing is still on the board at 110. I think that's what you do.
Depends on how you feel about the tight ends and look at who's in front of you and what they need. I mean, I could see potentially 2 teams there, maybe going tight end. So it just depends about, who's the third. Wiley was the third option there at tight end.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of Wiley, so I'd be fine with either of them. I mean, I do have a preference. I know that they have Stover ranked where they do. I know that we were all pretty high on Stover. We liked them a lot more than most.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I'd probably do the inverse there. I'd go tight end. I'd go wide receiver first and then take the tight end.
That's where I was leaning. Ooh, Kalen Carson I like a lot. Darn it.
I love Carson.
Man, I love round 4, by the way. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Being able to pick and then just 5 picks later get another one. This is fun. All right. Let me just poke around a little bit. Just make sure I know. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm okay on running backs.
Should we see if AJ McCarthy's still on the board?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I already went tackle.
Running back?
Oh, I just did. Yeah. Hold on a second. I like Bortolini a lot. I'm hoping he'll be there in round 5. Okay. Let's go interior defensive line. Ooh,
Dwayne Carter. Holy cow.
Wow. Yeah. That's my guy.
Mason. Wasn't Mason Smith your sleeper?
Yeah. Dwayne Carter is somebody I really love too, but Carter couldn't be a sleeper for me.
And then
I think he was in my top 5 grades, I believe. Have to double check, but
All right. So to speed things up a little bit, I'm going to go wide receiver. And I'm only because I know I have two cowing lovers stands here on the cowing lovers. Maybe not, huh? Maybe not use that verbiage. Two dudes who love cowing.
Still not much better.
Okay. Two dudes who could not get enough of Jacob cowing.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
throw the
better.
first name in. When you throw in the first name, sounds a little bit better.
That I'm gonna take the speedster. I'm gonna go Jamari Thrash. I just feel like Cowing's gonna come in other mocks. I want to see where you guys have Thrash ranked. So I have Cowing ranked 1 point ahead of Thrash. Jamie has Cowing 4 points above Thrash, and Craig has let's see, Cowing with an 80 and
It's 3
Thrash
points.
at 3 points. Okay, so we're all thinking Cowing, but for just a little mix,
Just to fuck with us.
just to mess with you guys, just a little bit. No, I'm giving you guys the
I
go
know.
ahead. Yeah. All right. I'm taking Jamari Thrash, wide receiver here. So now, oh yes, there's not a conversation to be had. Kate Stover is my number one. Ben Sanat, you can't go wrong. I love Sanat. Having a guy that's ready to contribute right away. Let Ben Herbert build him up like we talked about in the tight end class. You could create a really, really high ceiling with this kid. Willing to play anywhere, can do anything. Athletic, undersized tight end who can fly. You can line him up anywhere. He's a movable piece in an offense. You love it. And I will, just for the sake of poking, Cowing's still there. I'm happy that Sanat's there because I would have liked him. Stover would have been ranked higher. And we got Blake Watson, Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen, Audric Estime, my guy down there. CBs. I do like Jerry and Jones and CAD, but that feels like I like the value of Sanat a lot more there. And then interior, Sweat, Wingo, Carter, still there, and Mason Smith. Wow. Okay. All right. Not much to be had here. It's Ben Sanat. I'm having fun with this.
Yeah.
I love Ben Sanat.
No
The kid can
complaints
play
at all.
anywhere. He
Yeah.
just screams Jim Harbaugh guy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just a football player.
Willing to play fullback, tight end, wide receiver, wherever you put him, he'll play. All right. So wide receiver. I already went 2. I'm not doing wide receiver, obviously. Running back, Will Shipley. I'm waiting another round on running back. Round 5 is a little rich for me, just with the 3 running backs they have right now. Let's see if any of the interior guys. Nope, they're gone now. Darn. I was hoping one of them was going to be there. Okay. Let's look at edge. We haven't really looked at it, though. I don't know that really is where I'm going to be going. Nothing there. Safety. Oh, Malik Mustafa and Katana Oladipo are interesting. Bo Braid. Okay, I'm going to wait on that. Linebacker, a big position to need. And I know who I'm going to take here.
I know who I'd take.
I know who you should.
There's 2 guys. Yep.
There you go.
I'm taking Cedric Gray.
Either or, but yeah. Either or.
That's a steal, man.
Sure.
That's a steal.
That is. Yeah. This is one. He's got. This is a kid that's one of the most well-rounded, most productive linebackers in this class. Quick twitch. I love his work in zone coverage. This is going to be the best value linebacker in the class. 3-down potential with athleticism. I love Cedric Gray. Love him.
Where'd you guys have him ranked? He was my linebacker 1. I loved him.
Yeah.
He wasn't that high for me, but let's see. Hold on. All right. I had, let's see, Gray. Jamie had an 82 on him. Craig had a 73. I have a 70. Yeah. All right. Now let's look at where we're at now. So not going to go wide receiver. I don't need a tight end. Running back is something I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go running back here. Interior offensive line. Man, I've totally ignored that. If there's one spot that I should have, God, but was offensive line, interior, but because I love Bortolini in round 4 or 5, but Cowing made the wide receivers made my eyes too big that I ignored it. I didn't even look at it. Okay. All right. Well, it's okay.
He's trying to talk himself into it. It's okay.
Well, oh, for Pete's sake, man. Okay. I know this is Jamie's sleeper, but I love Tyron Hopper, and getting Cedric Gray and Hopper would be
So good.
Oh man. But so I love this trio here. They have them as the PFF has them listed of Kamani Vidal, Isaac Garendo, and Machine Ali. I love those three, and I could take one of these speedsters, but linebacker is such a issue with only Deion Henley and Denzel Perryman really on the roster, that double dipping here and betting on the athleticism of a guy like Tyron Hopper is excellent. I was not planning on taking 2 linebackers, but it's just how the board fell to me. I'm taking Tyron Hopper. I got to. I'm going to wait a whole nother round for a running back. Hopefully one of those 3 falls, but Joe Milton didn't go in the first 6 rounds. Huh.
Because he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
I mean, throws hard, runs fast, but you got to be able to complete a pass. So it kind of matters.
Who says that? Oh, I lost.
Watching him was brutal.
All right. Well, I'm going UDFA on running back and interior offensive line.
Wait a minute. Why is Elijah Jones still there?
I haven't watched him. Is he good?
He's one of the secondary cornerback sleepers because of his athleticism and playmaking ability. Some people were projecting him in the first round.
That feels like
I'm seeing him all over the place, but definitely
didn't he run like a 4.3 or something?
Somewhere it was either high 4.3, low 4.4, something like that. And I think he's also like 6'1", 6'2", got good length. Lots of traits to work with. I think he's a little bit older also.
Yep, I'm gonna look at it in just a second. All right. Corner, Elijah Jones, Ryan Watts. Daquan Hardy's interesting. Okay. And then safety. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna take Elijah because that feels like cheating. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to take Jalen Simpson. It's the Auburn safety. He was a guy I got to watch. Undersized, but long arms, tons of experience. Really good athlete, but a DB that's got some versatility. He played inside out, free safety and strong safety, played some of the box as well. Good ball skills. He's slender, so that's part of the reason why he's getting pushed down board so much, but hopefully Ben Herbert can build some muscle on top of that, and it's an asset to this roster because he can play both corner and safety. So getting a versatile DB here, I like that potential in the 7th round. And so the last 7th round pick is going to be, let's see. I'm going to look at, oh, darn it. I already got a right tackle. Coker would have been interesting here. But, okay. Let's go interior defensive line. Have you watched either of these guys?
Nope.
Okay, me neither. Okay. Nothing here. I need a running back. Ooh, man.
Milton's kind of interesting. Is he super explosive?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He'd be a nice compliment to Dobbins and Gus.
And then here's tight end, Trey Knox. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a flyer on a running back here. I'm going to go Kendall Milton as a little compliment in the running back room. And let's see how it all shook out. Malik Neighbors, Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, Jamari Thrash, Ben Sinnott, Cedric Gray, Tyron Hopper, Jalen Simpson, and then Kendall Milton. PFF gave this a B+. I can't complain about a single pick here, guys.
Yeah, PFF can be a little unforgiving.
I love the middle rounds.
Yeah.
Like rounds 2 through 6 are about as good as it gets.
That plays out really well with the depth at certain positions. It kind of aligns almost the way I think all of us see it potentially going down. Even if these aren't Chargers picks, these are guys that will probably go in that range.
Yep. All right, let's download this image and start a new one. Okay, 7 round. We had 1 randomness. All right, Craig. So you just tell me what positions you want me to look at, and I'll pull them up for you. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and I'll kind of narrate for you. Let's start it. Oh, dang. All right. So Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors goes to the Cardinals, who Craig really, 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 really wanted. He didn't get him.
Because of course. Easy, man. So we just talked about this a short while ago. Either or. If Harrison Jr. is there, he's been, well, pretty much the consensus for a while, wide receiver number 1 throughout the process. So there's no way you can pass up on that. You get a true X wide receiver for Justin Herbert to deal to, and somebody that the defense is going to have to respect at every level of the field. Definitely a player. I don't think the Chargers have had that level of wide receiver maybe ever. But, definitely a guy that can step in day one and be an instant contributor, so you don't pass that up if you can get your hands on it. So give me MHJ.
A-L-T.
That is not how it's spelled. Don't you dare.
You said Bowers, right?
Bowers. Nah. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay, so the board felt kind of like how it did
almost
for me.
Exactly the same.
Yep.
Okay.
So give me positions.
So I can't get past the fact that this team still does not have a number 1 corner.
Oh my God! Look at Newton went 1 pick before the Chargers. Oh, how great would that have been?
Oh, sorry. You have. Oh my God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Craig. But holy cow!
I don't feel like your draft actually had the randomizer on. I think it's just mine. Cruel and unusual. So Neighbors 1 pick before. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, let me see what the corners are looking like right now.
All right, cornerback. Mike, you still there? Oh yeah, same group.
Yeah, so this is the position that I feel like the Chargers can't afford to wait too late on, unless something were to happen during the draft where they were to make a move somehow for a vet, whether it came through a trade or I don't know, whatever. Let's just assume things are going to stay the way they are. With that being said, I don't know if you can. I don't want to double up here and do the exact same thing you did, Garrett. So. Let's go to interior defensive line.
Okay. I mean, this is your draft. You do it how you want it.
Okay.
There, Jenkins, Dorless.
So I've been saying for the longest time, and as much as I know that they need a number 1 corner, what they've lacked for as long as I can remember is an interior disruptor. With that being said, I think I'm going to go with give me Braden Fisk.
Yeah.
I think there's an opportunity there for him to be able to line up and down the line of scrimmage. Someone who, even if he doesn't make the play, is going to affect it one way or the other, both in the run and the pass. It'll make the job of those outside guys a little bit easier because they won't have to cover as long. So maybe here in round 3, we can find a corner. So let's go there.
Craig, I literally just did a mock draft before we came on, and this is how my mock started. So with Harrison and Fisk.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, a name that I don't think has been spoken about enough, and you see 2 FSU guys there in close proximity to each other with the grade. is Renardo Green for his man cover skills, his ability to press. As far as someone who plays cover 3, I know that that's not something that's his specialty as of right now, but he is rugged on the outside, will come up and tackle. I think he fits the mold of the type of player Jim Harbaugh would want or Jesse Mentor would. I think he can develop a little bit more as his own guy, but if we're talking about someone who's just going to be on the line of scrimmage, pressing up, someone who's going to attack those tunnel screens, come downhill, and be a solid tackler against the run on the edge, I'm down for Renardo Green. And you get a little bit of FSU to FSU magic with ASJ on the other side. So let me get Renardo Green there in the third.
And some Derwin too.
DJ as well. Good point.
All right, round 4.
Okay, so take me to offensive tackles, if you will, sir. All right, it gets murky here.
Yeah.
Matt Goncalves was, I think he was my tackle sleeper. I can't do that right here. Go down a little bit more. I'm sorry. Scroll down.
You got Isaiah Adams, Caden Wallace, Christian Jones, Walter Rouse, Javon Foster, KT Leviston, Ethan Driscoll.
Yeah. See, this is the risk I took there. Tackles went pretty fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to tight ends.
Sinnott still there. Theo Johnson, Jaheim Ball. Oh, somebody took your guy, Wiley.
Wiley's gone. Yeah.
What about center?
Want to look at interior? Mahogany.
Well, there's somebody I loved. I was a big fan of Christian Mahogany on the interior, but as far as centers, yeah, go to center. It's just interior. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keegan.
Borrellini.
Tell you what. So we're in the 4th, right? We have 2 picks. Let's go back to tight end.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a traits guy. Just throw Theo Johnson in there. I know it sounds crazy, but
you
looking at everything that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, okay. You said throw him in there. I didn't know if that you meant.
Well, I thank you for stopping me because I wasn't considering that. Now I'm thinking it through. Looking at what they currently have, and they could draft a developmental tight end. Hurst is someone that if he can stay healthy, and that's a huge if, is probably going to be a bigger part of the passing game than what I think most believe. You could take a developmental guy there to be the future. Theo Johnson has all the requisite skill. I mean, the catching he needs to definitely work on. So that's what makes me pause just a bit. Nah, Benson, it works too well in too many fashions. We've already talked about it. He can play H. He can play some traditional Y. You can split him out, throw him in at fullback. There's just too many things you can do with him at the next level. He's probably going to be even a bigger weapon than what he was at college. So, all right, let's go back to tackles again.
Goncalves still there?
Yeah.
What about receiver?
I think I actually. Jamie, why are you trying to make it I purposely didn't go to receiver.
Sorry. Running back.
Scroll down a little bit more. Okay, back up. We're good.
Yeah,
take me back to no, just fine. Go to receiver. Give me Cowling. I wish I didn't see it. Thanks.
All right, you're gonna take him over Goncalves?
I can't unsee it now. No, just I can't take Goncalves right now. No.
Okay. Theo's still there. Interesting.
Yeah. Let's go linebacker.
Oh boy.
We know they had Trevor Wallace in for a visit, right? And to not have this be super chalky from an athleticism standpoint, what he could potentially be.
Also, we're gonna mispronounce a bunch of names, just so you know, chat. Until they're drafted by the Chargers, we'll learn the name.
I think Wallace has the higher upside. He may not give you the returns you want year one, but you've got Perriman. You can sit him behind both Perriman and
Henley.
And he can be a high-level special teams contributor right off of the bat also. I just like the athletic upside, and he actually reminds me a lot of Navarro Bowman. Give me Trevor Wallace here in that spot and take the traits there in a year to develop.
Round 6.
Yeah, I cannot believe. I don't even know why I want to look at tackles, but go back again. The utter dregs.
Yeah, too late, man.
Well, I guess it's Trey again. Take me to running backs.
I guess it's Trey again.
Yeah.
There's Ali.
Okay. So Ali's my sleeper. Love him. But for a more all-around back with explosiveness, with some untapped potential, I don't know how you don't take a shot on a guy like Isaac Garendo.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And, I mean, the way that you can use him in the passing game as well, he showed some chops there. This is just a plant his foot in the ground guy. And if you don't get hands on him early at the first or second level, you're not catching him. So I think that's a good compliment to what they currently have. He would automatically be from day one the fastest back in that backfield, and he just brings an element that the other three don't. So let's go ahead and take Garendo here.
I love this pick. This is who I would have taken here if I didn't go in a different direction.
I thought for sure Craig was going to take Ali.
Yeah, I know, me too. But I had to take Hopper. But dude, give me that 4.33 speed.
Yeah,
man. And he was stuck behind Braylon Allen at Wisconsin, so he didn't really get a fair shake until he transferred over to Louisville. Also, and then he averaged over 6 yards per carry.
Yeah, he doesn't always play up to that time speed, but when he hits it, he really does. When he gets into the open field, it really shows out. He just has a little bit of hesitation behind the line of scrimmage. He's not as decisive as you want him to be, but something that he can develop. And if you're asking him to get north-south, which is what they're going to want to do in this offense, he should be a good fit, and I think he'll develop well. So safety, let's see what we got here.
Safety? All right.
Tyler Owens is a freak. Wait, why do they have Buddy's picture at the bottom?
Yeah, I know. That's interesting.
Wow. Okay. I don't know why, but let's check corner again.
You don't want to check out tackles?
I've tried to go back and forth between that, hoping a name magically pops up every time you select it that wasn't there before. No, no luck. Scroll down a bit.
Ooh, I like Daquan Hardy.
You got Josh Wallace that has experience in the system, but he may hang around a little bit longer. Back to safety. This is going to be another one of these. Well, wait, sorry, edge. Check edge. Sorry.
Yeah, we haven't really been checking in, though it's not as big of a need, but
I think keeping Bosa and Mack is probably a pretty good indication they're not going to take an edge.
No, not too late. I mean, unless you're looking down the line. I mean, of course, they're solid there for the next year. After that, who knows?
Yeah, right.
Back to safe. Just get Owens.
All right. Tyler Owens, safety out of Texas Tech.
Have you taken a linebacker yet?
Yeah, Wallace.
Oh, that's right.
Wide receiver.
That's the list. There's only 3 guys. I tried scrolling down. There's nobody.
What about center?
Drake Nugent. Duh.
Okay. You want to take him?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Easy
This
fit.
isn't going to be great.
What do you think's grade? What do you think the
Probably
grade?
like a C plus.
Oh man, I don't know. B plus.
Okay.
So same. So start off with Marvin Harrison Jr., Braden Fisk, Ronaldo Green. Look at that, back-to-back FSU. Ben Sinnott, Jacob Cowing, linebacker Trevin Wallace, Isaac Guriendo. Am I saying that right? Maybe
Gurendo.
Gurendo, whatever. Tyler Owens, the safety at Texas Tech, and then Drake Nugent. He got his Michigan guy, the center. All right. Okay. Jamie, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Now it's Jamie's draft. First off, hold on. Answer a question here. How many running backs do you think will be on the roster? Craig and I both took a running back.
I bet they enter camp with 4.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, they're definitely going to go in with 4. It's probably going to be a battle to see how Dobbins fares against Spiller. This is going to be his opportunity. If he doesn't make something happen here, I wouldn't be surprised if they let him walk. I would hate to see it, but Dobbins is a year removed from that surgery, and it looks like he may have been participating in camp today, the optional. I thought I saw a pic of him standing next to Herbert. It looked like him. So, again, like I said, that's a pretty severe injury he had there. Lots of lower extremity injuries, but I want to say that surgery was a year back. I think he got it in September of last year. So I'm sorry, by the time that they get into the season, he will have been a year removed from it. So Spiller's going to have to step it up.
Yeah, you think 4 too, right, Jamie?
Yeah, I think they go into camp with 4 for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll be UDFAs too. Yes, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Jamie. I don't want to ignore the show Low Man. Did anybody watch Braden McGregor? I did not.
No.
Sorry, bro. We did not get to watch him.
I will make a note though.
Yeah. We'll make a note and we'll watch him. And then come on the draft show on day 3 and remind us, okay? And then we'll give you our notes. All right, Charlotte Man. Thank you. All right, kick off Jamie's draft. It is.
I'm convinced that you didn't get random.
Oh my gosh!
Notice both of ours went the exact same way, Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, the guy who wanted Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't get him. And the 2 guys who wanted Malik Neighbors didn't get him. That's just how it works out.
I'm going with Marvin Harrison. He's the number 2 player on my board, and you don't walk away from that with the 5th pick. So that's easy enough.
All
right.
Here's an interesting twist. Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Let's look at center.
Okay. Oh, Zach Frazier did not fall.
Both centers went in the first?
3.
3 of them. Scroll down a little bit. I just want to see who else is there.
Jackson Powers Johnson, and then
okay.
Frazier.
Let's look at. I was dead set on getting Frazier here. Go to corner.
So this is the man who fell. Kool-Aid.
This is the man who fell.
Frazier went 2 picks before the Chargers.
And Rakestraw went right before us.
Yeah.
So Lassiter is an option here. I'm not a huge fan of McKinstry personally. I think I probably got higher rated players on my board at this point. So let's look at offensive tackle.
You have Lassiter ahead of McKinstry.
Yep.
And then you have Kool-Aid ahead of Mikey.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you want to look at? Sorry.
Let's look at what did I say? Tackle, offensive tackle. Passing there.
Jordan Morgan.
Look at safety.
Safety. Tyler Nubin. Javon Bullard. Jaden Hicks. Kalen Bullock. Craig's man. DTD. Cameron Kitchens.
I like Bullard. I like Nubin. Not sure I'm ready to take a safety here though. Let me think here.
Wide receiver, just to show you, Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Roman Wilson.
Yeah, I don't think I can double up on wide receiver that early.
Agreed.
Damn. Tight end.
All right.
There
you go.
You're gonna like that first name.
Sanders. Eric All and Cade Stover.
Linebacker.
Okay.
There'll probably be some names there.
Edwin Cooper, Junior Colson, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Tommy
I'm not in a rush to take any of those guys, to be honest with you. Let's go back to corner. So as much as I want to do something original and unique here, I'm going to go with Lassiter because he's graded higher on my board than McKinstry is. And I just feel like he's a guy who, like I said earlier, definite CB2 out of the gate, potential low end CB1 in time. So he's a guy who I'm happy to get there at the second round. All right. So we've got wide receiver. We've got corner. I would say we need to look at, I think the tackles are gone. Let's look at center again.
Bebe, Mason McCormick, Cedric Van Pran, Mahogany still there, and then you
go to tight end.
Oh, tight end. Okay, Eric All, Cade Stover, Ben Sinnott, Jared Wiley, and then you said tackles, Brandon Coleman, Blake Fisher.
Oh yeah. So I think this is a spot where you kind of have to get a tackle after seeing the way things unfolded with Craig's mock, and
sacrificial.
Not quite ready to go back to wide receiver yet, and there's still enough depth at tight end that I'm not ready to go there. Let's look at defensive tackle.
Dorless, Korokoro, Michael Hall Jr. Sweat, Wingo, Carter.
I think I'm going to have to go with Blake Fisher. I can't pass on a tackle here.
All right. Day 2, the same for both of us. Lassiter, Blake Fisher.
All right. So Van Pran is there. That's definitely a possibility. Let's look at tight end.
Oh. Sinnott gone. Stover
let's look at wide receiver.
Oh, your board's loving you.
All right. I'm going to be different here. I'm going to go with Wiley here and gamble on one of those two wide receivers falling to me.
You have to.
Yeah.
You can't settle for Theo Johnson after that. All right. So wide receiver,
bang.
Both of them there. Bang, bang.
Yeah, I love both those guys. I've got Cowling rated higher on my board. He's got an 80. Thrash has a 76. Both those guys I think are going to be really productive at the next level. I got to go with my sleeper here. I'm going to go with Cowling.
Here we go. All right. Now, Bordolini's there. All right, 5.
Those first two names are pretty enticing considering the shape of center and corner at this point. Let's look at linebacker.
Cedric's there. Cedric Gray.
Yeah.
Wallace.
I'm a big fan of Gray and Wallace. Look at defensive tackle.
I had a feeling Taylor was still going to be there. That's a traits thing, though.
Leonard Taylor III, Tyler Davis, Logan Lee.
Look at running back.
Shipley, Sheridan, Schrader, Vidal. I like Kamani Vidal. Oh yeah, I said that. These three
Yeah.
nice options, like a round later.
Got to go with the linebacker here, I think. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Cedric Gray. Actually, you know what? Let's do something different. I'll go Van Pran here.
No, he's gone. You mean Bortolini?
Oh, Bortolini. Yeah, let's go with Bortolini.
Okay. All right. Maybe Gray's there for you. He is not.
Your boy's there.
Yeah,
My
Tyrone
boy's
Hopper's
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cyril Chambers there too.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Hopper.
Okay. That was easy.
Yep.
Tyrone Hopper. I keep wanting to say Harper. All right. 2 picks here in the 7th. What are we looking at? Oh, running back?
Yep. Let's look at running back.
Yeah, we have on the board there.
Oh.
Could do something really funny here. Familiar name. Just hanging out.
Yep.
For nostalgic purposes.
I think I'm gonna go with Frank Gore Jr. here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You want me to look at kickers or special teams here? You guys didn't ask me once. Okay.
Yeah. That was on purpose.
Let's look at tight end again.
Scroll down a little there, Garrett. Okay.
This is the whole list.
Go to corner. There probably isn't much there. How about safety? I don't see anything that I like.
I mean, the thing you have going for you at corner is Wallace has experience in the system, and I think he performed pretty decently last year. I mean, he's a little older also. At this point, I mean, it's a 7th round pick, so.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Daquan Hardy.
Good one. Speedy dude. All right. It's Marvin Harrison Jr., Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, the tight end Jared Wiley, wide receiver Jacob Cowing, center Tanner Bortolini, Tyrone Hopper, the running back Frank Gore Jr., and Daquan Hardy. And it's another B+. All of us getting B+.
Yeah, I think I hated my B+ more than your B+.
Really? You hated
Got a little funky, man. Like not being able to get an offensive tackle. Yeah, wasn't ideal.
Okay, well let's take a look at it real quick. Let's review. So, Garrett's mock, which I'm going to need to pull up. Let me find it here. All right, so here's mock number 1. This is mine. Malik Neighbors, Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, Jamari Thrash, Ben Sinnott, Cedric Gray, Tyrone Hopper, Jalen Simpson, Kendall Milton. Everybody in the chat, that's Garrett. Everybody vote on them, okay? Let us know who you like best. First 1 to 5 wins. All right, that's Garrett. Here is Craig, Marvin Harrison Jr., Raiden Fisk, Renardo Green, Ben Sinnott, Jacob Cowing, linebacker Trevin Wallace, Isaac Guerrendo, the quick running back out of Louisville, safety Tyler Owens, and then center Drake Nugent. And then Jamie, Marvin Harrison Jr., Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, Jared Wiley, Jacob Cowing, Tanner Bortolini, Tyrone Hopper, Frank Gore Jr., and the corner out of Penn State, Daquan Hardy. All right. Put your votes in the chat. Let us know who you like best. And we'll go ahead and move on to our next draft, which I'm going to have to do a new one. So let me present this again. Jamie's got 2 votes. Wait, no.
No,
Yeah.
Jamie won.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Craig has 2. Wait, 1. No, Craig has 1, 2, 3. Craig wins. Wow.
No, I thought you said first to 5.
Yeah.
You have 5.
1, 2,
Oh, I thought
3, 4. No, Jamie's only got 4.
Oh, okay.
Yo, this is trash, dude. Mine's so much better than everybody's this screen.
Thank you guys for granting me some grace and not, somehow not ending up with an offensive tackle, knowing there's no way in hell Jim Harbaugh goes into this draft and not come away with one at
That's
least.
lame.
I have 7 votes now. I win.
Oh, stop the count. I don't even want to hear it. All right. Okay. So we are
Garrett got a sympathy vote.
I don't care. Mine was better. I know the truth. All right, Minnesota Vikings. We're just going to go straight up, and I'm going to force a trade for 11 and 23 for 5. I don't. Who cares about all the other semantics? I just want to get this going. Okay, everybody good with that?
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay, so here we go. Chargers trade down. They traded number 5. Minnesota probably gets their quarterback. Chargers get 11 and 23. Let's see how we do together on this draft.
With our powers
Trade down. We are the Lightning Round podcast. Here we go. 11 and 23. We're starting the draft. So it looks like Jaden Daniels went to 5. Woo.
Wow.
JJ McCarthy went 2.
Holy shit.
Woo.
Yeah.
Golly.
Fire Adam Peters immediately.
All right, so sitting here at 11, here we are. We are looking at, let's look at some guys. Okay, so Mitchell and Brian Thomas Jr. are the wide receivers. Brock Bowers is there. Tackles, Fuaga is there. Fashanu. Latham. There's quite a bit. Interior offensive line. Man, is Barton going that early? Where's Graham Barton? Am I crazy? Or do they not have Graham Barton in? Oh,
there he is.
There he is.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. Corners.
Yeah, let's check.
Terrion Arnold, Cooper DeJean, and our guy, Newton. Jimmy Newton. So, boys, I feel like it's between Newton.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
If this happens and things fall this way and the Chargers take Byron Murphy at 11, we riot. Can we agree on that?
That's
we
it.
Riot.
Isn't there more?
I might throw my computer through the window or something, or through the TV.
Yeah, I will go buy the pitchforks.
I'm burning down the new facility before it's even finished being built.
Okay. So here's who I think it's between. Let me know if this makes sense to you guys. Brock Bowers. I think Newton deserves to be in the conversation. I believe I like Fuaga. I don't know if you guys like any of those tackles better.
I have Latham and Fashanu ranked ahead of Fuaga, but they're all right there. They're all. I think any one of those guys would be acceptable, if not really good picks at 11. I would not take Fautanu that high. Something about Latham and Fuaga just screams Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think I had Fuaga graded pretty highly. I think with these, well, I'm thinking into the second round also, you can probably take care of. You can definitely take care of corner. You could potentially go wide receiver there at the back end in that first round, or you could wait till the second. They'll probably be a good option there at the top of the second. So then the question becomes, do you want to do the tackle in the first round, or do you think there's one at the top of 2 and you can kind of, I guess, flip what you do there in the second round, and if you want to do the wide receiver in the first and then tackle in the second, you have options here. So I think at this point it just boils down to preference. What do you guys think about? I'm okay. So here's my question: what do you put priority on? An interior disruptor or a number one cornerback?
Number one cornerback in my mind. Oh, right now. And
At
how the
11?
rosters,
At 11 or at 23?
I'm
At
talking
11.
about now.
Now?
Yeah, 11. Yeah.
I think I'd go with an interior disruptor because he makes things easier on the cornerback.
That was my philosophy with going with Fisk in my draft. I think that if you can get that, he makes life easier on everyone on the outside. So, I mean, you don't have to have a perfect number one guy. And at this point, if you end up going corner or in the second round, you're going to get someone who's highly skilled. They may just not be super polished. And having someone who can get after the quarterback and screw with timing will help, that development out a little bit while he kind of smooths out the rough edges.
Yeah, to me, I think at 11, there's like a cluster of 5 guys that you're really seriously considering: Fuaga, Latham, Bowers, Newton, and Arnold.
Yeah,
I wasn't even looking at Bowers just now.
Yeah. That's kind of the list I was just going out. So here's my thinking. I feel like, and I like Newton a lot, but it feels like I am either between Fuaga or Bowers here in my mind. Arnold I like, but I feel like I'd feel a little bit better at him at 23. I like Newton a lot. I'd feel a little bit better with him at 23. This is just personal feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Fuaga is a starter day one to me. My tackle one. Brock Bowers is by far the best tackle in this class.
Best player.
Tight end.
Excuse me. What did I say?
You said tackle.
Oh, excuse me. Tight end in this class. So for me, I would say there's a cluster of tackles that I would wait on, and I'm leaning Brock Bowers here.
I think I'm with you there, Garrett, because I don't know why I didn't even see his name up there. I was just thinking I was kind of one track there. But honestly, I think personally Bowers is probably the way to go here, considering what's left on the board there when we get into the 20s and the early second round pick at tackle and corner. Bowers is probably as far as overall rankings, the best of what's on the board remaining at this point.
And nobody's considering Mitchell or Thomas here, right? At 11?
No.
Okay.
No.
Me neither. Me neither. All right.
No.
Just double checking.
I think it has to be Bowers. I think after missing out on the wide receivers, there's no way you pass on Bowers because of what he brings to the offense. They need that, quote unquote easy button. And I think he would thrive in this system. There's no doubt about it. With the way with what they've gotten out of guys like Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, and the list goes on and on. Bowers would absolutely just kill opposing defenses in this offense. So I think it's a no-brainer. I don't think you can pass on him at this point.
It's kind of paralysis by analysis, because this is what we've always talked about. Remember when the talk was, hey, would you take Bowers at 5? It was always, well, no, we love the player. We just don't like him that early. But if he was somewhere around 10, maybe a little after, we'd be perfectly fine with it. And here's that exact scenario. So easy enough.
Okay. We're taking Brock Bowers at 11. We have a couple more picks left, and Newton is still on the board. Corners have gone away except Wiggins and McKinstry. Tackles. Oh, man. We lost them all, guys. We lost them all, fellas.
I don't like any of these tackles.
No, me neither. I was hoping Latham was going to be there. Man.
I think I was a little higher on Jordan Morgan than you guys were. I didn't love him, but I think I graded him a little bit higher than you guys did.
So here's an interesting thing. JPJ still there. Zach Frazier's still there. In my mind, I don't know how we could not go Newton now.
Wait, who's there on the interior offensive line?
Okay. Jackson Power Johnson
Both centers.
and Zach Frazier.
I would lean towards the center, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I love Newton. I'd be happy with either one, but I just think if you miss out on Powers Johnson or Frazier, you're hurting.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you're bolstering that interior offensive line. And think about this, they're going to be running a power West Coast game. One of the most important positions in the West Coast offense is interior offensive line because it's timing based and there are a lot of quick throws. So you're going to have guys that can win on the snap and not get the crap, beat out of them off of the ball. So there's probably going to be a little bit more emphasis put on interior offensive line. So I'd probably go with the center here also.
I don't think it makes sense, but man, could you imagine Latu as the edge 4 on this team?
I know.
And the packages, there's so much you could do with that. I doubt it happens, but
but an edge needy team trying to move up and get Latu, you could really collect some picks here.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are passing on Newton. We're going JPJ. And look, it's the beauty of it now is there's 3 people, so it's 2 against 1. And you guys voted Jackson Powers Johnson. I obviously love the player, and right now today, he's going to be a Steeler. He just reads franchise center for that freaking organization that they do every single time. It just feels like a Steeler. But you guys ready? You guys good with Powers Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I hope Newton falls. He doesn't. Sons of. And let's see. And neither did the interior. So, all right.
Was that Christian Haynes there?
It sure was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right. So now, fellas, Lad McConkey. New wide receiver 1, fellas? All right. Sorry, I'm kidding. Okay, so tackles. Kingsley's still there.
So I like Kingsley and I like Kieran, but I don't think this early.
The top of 2. Okay. Let's go linebacker. Peyton, everybody's there. None of them's been drafted. I don't believe anybody should be drafted here. Right, guys?
No, I don't think so.
What's corner?
Mikey's still there. TJ Tampa. Kamari Lassiter.
Rakestraw went already.
Max is there.
Right before the Chargers. And wide receiver. Whoops. Troy Franklin, Lad McConkey, Kean Coleman, Roman Wilson.
At this spot, I think I think you almost have to consider Franklin or Wilson or.
All right. So I have a question though, and this has kind of been bugging me all week, and I've called it the X factor, pun intended. Do the Chargers feel like they have a true X on the roster right now? Let's say Josh Palmer, for instance, he can play X, but how much faith do they have in him? And if not, then they don't have one currently. And if you don't get one here, when can you? Because to be honest with you, and I ain't talking Keon Coleman, that doesn't count. I'm just going to pretend like that name isn't there. If we were to scroll down a little, how would you guys feel about Xavier Legette right now? Do you think that's not worth it at this point? I mean, He's got 1 year of production. I mean, the athletic upside is there. But, I mean, he's probably going to be the closest thing you're going to get to a true X at this point. Do you think that's too rich?
That's too rich for me.
Feels too rich.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. It's just curious.
Yeah, that's a round or two too high for me. Okay. So Chargers are now lacking wide receiver and corner, and I feel like it's between those 2. I feel like Troy Franklin is a tier above McConkey, who's then with the Keon Coleman. I and Pearsall after that. They're going to have to double dip, but to me, it feels like Troy Franklin's the closest to get to a wide receiver one still available.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to go with Franklin here.
Craig, you're deep in thought.
No, I was just looking at Roman Wilson and seeing where I had him graded compared to Franklin. I have them both with 81s. I'm not sure where you guys had them, what the separation was between the two. Of course, you're not going to roll Roman Wilson out there as an X, but just thinking about, of course, the familiarity, how Harbaugh may see it.
Oh, okay. But for us,
yeah,
we're going Franklin, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, Junius is right. Herbert's loving this Oregon draft so far. back Oregon kids. Yeah. I like Andrew Phillips here. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch him, but
yeah, I actually was late to the party on Phillips. I didn't start watching him until last week. I actually like him a lot.
Yeah, same here. It was after our corner class, but
I'd be okay with
outside
Phillips.
corner.
I'd be okay with Phillips, Green, and Carson here. I think that's good value for all those guys.
Yeah.
I think Phillips has some positional versatility also. He can play inside and out. I've seen some thinking that he's probably going to be a better fit in the slot, but I think he can play on the outside.
What about Blake Fisher here?
I feel like we keep getting pigeonholed because it's like if you don't get your tackle in the third, then you're pretty much screwed. By the third, should I say.
But if you get Fisher here, you've addressed all your biggest needs on the offensive line, and you've got two playmakers, and you can spend the rest of the draft on, well, the rest of the draft minus one pick on defense.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's definitely a solid pick. It's just, I think we've established at this point, just based on the way these grades are working out, that it's before the fourth round, or you're pretty much just spitballing at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's Blake Fisher and everybody else.
Yeah.
And at this point in the draft. And then at corner, there still is some guys that you hope could fall. Phillips, Green, Carson, even Jones. CAD is not a bad choice later. So,
I mean, if you end up with Jones, then you've definitely got the slot covered at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Blake Fisher it is then?
I think so.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. So, oh boy. All right. So now corner. It's got to be Carson.
Check that out.
It's got to be Carson, right?
I think so. Yeah, I would think so. Just take a look at wide receiver real quick.
You
know who's going to be there.
It's at the top every time, number one or two.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Carson.
It's too big of a need. Okay, Kalen Carson it is. Sinnett's there.
Cowing's gone.
Oh yeah, Cowing just went. Oh gosh.
So
and we don't need a tight end, so we
don't need a tight end. Although with the way the Ravens have drafted the last few years, you can never have enough.
No.
And hoarding players definitely is not a bad thing.
For fun.
So you got your speedster, big play wide receiver in the second round. What did you guys think of Brendan Rice as like a possession, physical, like contested catch guy?
So technically you don't have one of those right now. The closest that you would have to it would be Josh Palmer. And he doesn't 100% fit the bill. He's kind of your between guy. We talked about this in the past. We're talking about like a Keenan or Mike replacement, him being the tweener. Rice probably fits the bill as your possession wide receiver. You still need a speed threat at some point, which I don't even know if those exist at this point in the draft. Well, no. Yeah. Probably there's some smaller guys a little bit later. I think we can go back and explore.
Check safety.
Cole Bishop this late, huh? Huh. It's a little bit surprising.
So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking either wide receiver,
I think Rice.
safety, or defensive tackle here.
What does
So-
DT look like? Sorry.
Dwayne Carter's still there.
Is he? Oh,
Yep.
man.
do you guys like Carter over Hall? Do you guys have
Yes.
him ranked high?
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
Okay.
Hall's a one-trick pony right now.
I'm not on you with that, but okay. Dwayne Carter. Okay. Yeah.
Carter, this is a good range for Hall, but for me, Carter is a steal here, despite how he's ranked.
He's just more complete.
Okay. Well, then I'm outvoted again. But same position. It's fine. Defensive tackle, Dwayne Carter.
I'm afraid to look at this wide receiver list.
Yeah. Wide receiver and linebacker. Oh, geez, man. Uh-oh.
I know what Craig's going to say.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Cornelius Johnson.
That's an X. That's probably on that list. That's probably the last. Well, I just feel like Johnson has. There definitely needs to be some further development there. But as far as a height, weight, speed guy, he has all of it. Again, from Michigan, so he has that advantage of understanding the offense they're going to be looking to run, and I think he's going to be a better pro.
I like Cedric Gray a lot here, but passing on wide receiver would be bad. Shout out Shane Green, tuning in from Qatar.
Wow.
Hey.
Yo, you're the man, Shane. You are the man. Our favorite.
Shout out to
person in the
you,
chat.
Shane.
Appreciate you.
Shane, our favorite person in the chat. He's taken precedent over everybody else here. Travel further and watch us, would you? Okay, so Cornelius. Yeah, okay. I really like Gray, but you wanna go Cornelius, or you think
Well, go back to linebacker. Scroll down.
Gray's still there, Wallace is still there.
Hopper's still there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll wait another round. Okay. Who do you want to take? Oh, Cornelius.
I think so.
We have to get a wide receiver at this point.
Don't love it, but
no.
All right. Now we got to start looking at linebacker. Oh boy. Oh, just got on the Hopper train. Okay. And then
Running back.
Oh yeah, this is where this is the range. But linebacker,
I think it kind of has to be linebacker.
Yeah. Man, we should have grabbed a wide receiver.
It could be linebacker to running back though.
Okay. Now running back.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone.
Okay.
Let's go corner. Is there another corner? Did you guys watch Ryan Watts?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Take the Michigan player.
When all else fails.
Yep. Bub Means. I just like the name. Bub.
He's popular in the Discord. I didn't get to watch
Oh,
it.
he is? Oh,
yeah. I've seen the name floated around too.
Oh, we already got our center. What are we talking about? Why am I going interior? Did we get our interior defensive lineman? We missed him, didn't we?
Didn't we take
No,
Dwayne Carter?
didn't we take Dwayne?
Oh, yeah, we took Carter. That's right. My bad.
He disliked the pick so much he just erased it from memory.
I just lost it. What about Nathaniel Watson? Did you guys watch him?
I did not.
Did not.
Not a bad.
I watched Jalen Ford begrudgingly. I had to make him my sleeper, and I did not love it.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking here? You guys have any type of opinions here?
I'm thinking maybe corner or safety. Probably safety, honestly. That room is in pretty bad shape.
Tyler Owens. Oh, my man. Jalen Simpson went. Dang it. You want to go Tyler Owens, Craig? Trades guy, right?
Anthony Omar Brown. Yeah, I'd be good with Owens here still. What do you think, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Tyler Owens it is. Let's just see corner. If Watts is there, we're taking him. Nope. Josh Wallace, though, Michigan player. Wide receiver, don't know.
What about quarterback?
Wait a minute. Austin Reed. Devin Leary. Uh-oh.
There he is.
Man, would Dolphins fans be pissed?
It's almost worth it for the troll factor. Almost.
Running back. You want to take Milton? We didn't take a running back, right?
We have not. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it so we can check out our draft. All right. So trade down scenario is trade down, got 11 and 23. Picked up Brock Bowers at 11.
Ooh,
Jackson
they did
Powers
not
Johnson.
like that JPJ pick.
Ooh.
No. At
Nice.
center, gave him a D+. Troy Franklin in the second round. Tackle Blake Fisher in the third. We got Kalen Carson, top of 4. Dwayne Carter right behind him. Cornelius Johnson, the Michigan wide receiver, in round 5. Tyron Hopper, linebacker.
Wait, before we look at the grade, anybody want to take a guess?
I say solid B. I say they don't. No way they.
Yeah,
I was going to say C+.
thinking B. I was thinking B.
There's lots of B's in there. Probably a B.
B+. Who's doing the math over there?
Grading on the curve.
I think we know who's doing the math over there. And that's the problem.
Ooh.
Man, Trey.
Oh,
Trey. Oh, I don't know.
you had to go there.
Garrett, you are the man.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right. Let's look at the hold on a second. I was going to pull up the trade down. Here it is in all its glory. Brock Bowers, JPJ, Troy Franklin, back-to-back Oregon players. Blake Fisher, Kalen Carson, Dwayne Carter, Cornelius Johnson, Tyron Hopper, Tyler Owens, Kendall Milton, and there it is. Our trade down mock draft. That's 4. We're good. Thanks, everybody. Anything you guys want to add before we get out of here?
No tackle
Nope.
left, please.
Just looking forward to the first Harbaugh Ortiz draft. See
Nobody
how that
likes
goes.
the trade down scenario, by the way. They hate it. So don't trade down. Take the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Is it the trade down scenario or is it the way it went?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it did not go well. Yeah. Dang. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we're going to go live all 3 days. You will see us in spurts, I'm sure, but make sure you join us. We appreciate you guys for joining us for this mock draft madness. I'm at Garrett. Jamie's at lightning_round. At Top Flight 3. I don't know what that was.
I see what you did there. You know exactly what that was.
What? I didn't do. Who did that? I didn't do that.
Nah, it's completely random. I know.
Who? Jamie, did you do that?
Do what?
Jamie did it, and he's trying to
Do
blame
what?
it on me. You just popped up that Garrett comment. All right, we're good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We will see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Salute.